Uh, I need to contain myself with this one because I want it well so bad. Oh my god, it's so bad. Okay, new patch and Lucikiel's looking like an absolute monster. Let's go over some footage. Let's just try and break this dude down to see how well he is. Alright, first off, patch notes, Lucikiel came down and we got ourselves a pimp suit. This look, oh man, like this alone makes me think like, yo, I should have built him. I do like seeing the pectoral muscles and he can flex them, but yo, I like people with suits. What the hell? After these things, Shay is looking, oh my god, we gotta check this in game. Oh man, look at that. Oh, low Vika. Do I see some butt cheeks? Oh my lordy lord, this one is disgusting. I like this outfit. Yo, that shit is looking gorgeous. Alright, animations, whatever. One of the funny things is the hero special dungeon reheat repeat got extended. Now, this is actually pretty decent because now you can get yourself more of these, which is obviously good. So you can get yourself about 300 soulstone fragment tickets because it's about 12 days extended. The world boss got improved. This time on the daily achievement, you can keep doing this every single time, and depending on how much damage you do, outside of the 1,000 that you can get another 1,000 per stage, which means 2,000 every single day, which means in a week you can get 14k, and if you really do well, you can get yourself a artifact every single 2 weeks. Now that is broken, guys, and it is absolutely necessary because 3 new world boss artifacts got added. So let's look at these new artifacts for a second. When there's one enemy, it reduces the target's heal rate and increases own damage dealt to the boss by 25%. This effect does not stack with the effect of other allies. So this is basically like a solar stone, a little bit less, but you do damage. So in terms of Galgoria, this one is actually quite decent. Outside of that, I'm not quite sure whether this is good. And this one, at the beginning of the first battle, every 30 seconds reduces damage all allies take from enemies by 20% for 3 seconds. But so this is even without a helmet proc. So you don't even have to get hit and you get yourself something that is damage reduction related. Now this is absolutely nasty. This effect is irremovable and does not stack with other allies. Great. I don't see any reason why you would do that. Each time the effect expires, this spells negative effects from all allies. So here's where it's at. Opening the LKS1 will become negated. That is awesome. And then once you have yourself on that mana burn, you can get yourself out of that. So this thing is better than helmet, in my opinion. However, the reduction of helmet is a lot more. So this one, PvP wise, is definitely good, especially because of the fact that you can get this thing procced every 30 seconds. Now, there are not many fights that you will use those 30 seconds up, but still. As for this one, which is the Abyssal Breath, increases damage to non-hero enemies to allies. Alright, that stuff is okay, and this will increase the damage by 12.5 and heals HP of all allies equal to 2.5 of maximum HP every 5 seconds. Now, that seems interesting, but the heal rate is when there's one enemy, heal rate increases by 2 times. This effect does not stack from other allies. Now, great, more damage. But I wonder though, if this would uphold onto this one, because this one is boss damage. But I'm not quite sure if they are on the same layer, because this game has so many layers of damage addition. So one are additive, the other ones are multiplicative. I don't know the actual math on these, but I might make a guide at some point when anybody can give me a certain type of information on how these fuckers work. But here's the big thing, and we are going to make a video on this. The soulstone probability went from 15% to 20. Now this doesn't seem like a huge increase, but it is a 33.3%. So that means if you get 30 soul weapons, you would get 40. That on itself is fucking broken, right? So you gotta keep this into account. And now to my biggest frustration within the game. Now we've already talked about Line Friend Raiders on one of the previous videos, and they made another batch of these fuckers. Why would you hide these things behind a pay-to-win wall? These are the only things that are just hidden behind a pay-to-win wall. I'm even starting to stutter how frustrated I am with this, because it's not just a little thing. No. You got magical resistance, and if you max this out, it's 50. Now this doesn't seem like a whole lot, but this is toughness, right? Toughness is one of the stats that reduces overall income and damage by probably about 5%. That in itself is nasty. And here is discount assault weapon, ether injection, and enhancement minus 5%. Now that is pretty broken, which means that on 1200 that you need for a plus 20 from 18 to 20 will take you, instead of the 1200, a lot less. I'm not going to do the actual math, but this will save you a lot of gold ethers and ethers in general. So this thing is actually really worth it to whale for. Any of these other things are debatable. Even the Shockman increased rewards is pretty good. But if you look at the overall stats from these things, man, holy balls. Now, the question to the people would be, should I make this dude on my main account? And I've been very, very eager to do so, because he has what I need, and that is a pull-in. Other than that, he looks fucking godlike. So let's just look at his skills for a little bit. Yo, look at him just standing over there like, no, I'm all that. I'm gonna whack you in the dome piece. I'll get some kicks in the building. Now the kicks are like that is a football goal kick straight away. I'm not sure whether I like that. I like the previous one where he just roundhouse kick people. But either way, blows look absolutely ferocious. As to the S1, attacks the target 3 times, dealing damage, heal rate reduction. Wet magical damage. No, heal rate reduction, aka Galgoria. Nice. Head to air, pop him. Yo, we uppercut people. That's something that I haven't seen yet. But once you use this skill, it seems like you get something. That is nice. As for the S2, a blow down and a pull in. And now the pull in is very useful, which looks quite like the Dark Legion pull in. As for this one, is attacks nearby enemies 9 times, nasty, and draws them in front of itself, nasty. The last hit deals magical damage, knockdowns the target, and leaves Pain of Doom for 10 seconds. Each time Lucikiel attacks the target inflicted with Pain of Doom with a normal attack or skill, he deals additional damage, but from the looks of it, you can dispel it. So here you go. We blow him up, big bang. What? Yo, all right, this is sick. So you can uppercut, damn. Yo, that is a cross upper. It is one down motion, one up motion, big ass kick. I like the motions on this dude, man. Okay, now let's just go over some of these trans perks. Obviously, the T5 Dark increases damage dealt to enemies by 5% every 6 seconds. This is dealt to enemies. This is PvP wise, right? But it is irremovable, but 6 second stacks, it doesn't seem to be like a whole lot, and there are other skills that might be good. However, 50% damage increase to enemies. That is PvE stuff, so we might be able to see something broke. As for the shield, reduces all damage taken by an additional 15%. So you can get 40% damage reduction. Now, we know that he is a mage, right? We know that he's a wizard, and he will be squishy. However, if I look at this shield that absorbs an X amount of damage, that is pretty neat. I like that. As for this one, at the beginning of each battle, creates authority of the demon god. Alright, seems interesting. But you can get that on every skill used. So if you open up with the instant soul spring water on one of his skills, which one is 2 mana? This one is 2 mana. This is 3. This is 4 mana. So he's heavy on some mana gig. But the moment you pop yourself a skill, you will have yourself a shield. Better yet, this will be unspellable with his UT4. I'm gonna give you guys a spoiler on that already. Then we have this. Each hit reduces the target's mana by 200. Which means 9 times hit, that is 1800 mana. And the last hit deals damage. So I'm assuming it's just 9 hits, but it's still really good. As for the S2, at the beginning of the first battle, changes the skill to Annihilation Surge. So let's just see the difference between these skills. Now the question is, how do these skills look different from each other? This one is this, pull in. And the range should be about mid-range if I look at it correctly. which means that you will be able to pull in several characters which you normally shouldn't be able to pull in. Now this opens up a lot of good things. I like that. But let's look at the Surge. Oh, that is a long-range pull bonanza. I'm gonna see those fall afraid of my front lines. I'm not sure whether you can really just pop every single backliner in, but the fact that this is 3 mana bars and you can get yourself a Soul Spring Water, open up while running, and then pull everybody into the dome piece, I am gonna like this. But ladies and gentlemen, we're not done yet. You can actually reduce the mana cost by 1. So you can Soul Spring Water, open up S2, and pull people in. However, they could be having something else, right? Like a shield, CC immunity, and such. As for the S1, additionally increases magic damage the targets take by 25%. Great, so he can ramp up. And S1 becomes irremovable, so the healing rate reduction will stay. But now for some of these items. Now, as I look at his unique weapon, Incarnation of Doom, upon attacking an enemy 10 times. Okay, so I'm assuming if you open up S3, this thing will stack up at 9 times within a few seconds. Okay, each stack of Incarnation of Doom increases the attack by 4% and attack speed by 20. Alright, so if you max this thing out, you will get yourself 500 attack speed and 50% attack bonus. Okay, so you get 10% times 10. Do I fuck this up? Never mind, it's not 50, it's 100. I suck at basic math. Alright, that's even crazier, right? And you get ignore defense stuff. I don't think this is easy to trigger in PvP, right? Because you will need to have 10 stacks. That is 100 hits within PvP. I highly doubt that will be possible. So in terms of TM gear, I'm not sure whether ignore defense is all that. But I could see this dude work. I can definitely see this dude work. Like if you lower his defense and open up with a shield, which can be undispellable, then I could see that stuff work. But you can also think about it like this. If you can get a pull-in that is super fast, you could pull in people and still do a rough amount of damage. That on itself is quite crazy too. So let's look at his UTs for a second. So first off is the S3. Changes the damage dealt pain to damage that ignores defense and increases the damage dealt by this whole thing by 20%. And the damage goes up. So the moment you increase this, probably PvE damage will significantly rise and you will blow up everything accordingly. But here's where the PvP thing comes in. This spells positive effects from the hit target and increases CC accuracy by 300 from the duration of the skill. Okay, so anything that has CC immunity, you will be able to pull these bitches in. That is nasty. And the same thing goes when you get Surge, you get up to 1,000. That is a 100% pull rate. Okay, so you will be able to stun the Choruses. You will be able to pull in Shazam, whether they become meta or not. You will be able to pull in Sonyas. You will be able to kill Lucikiels. You will be able to fuck up Rebel Clauses, right? Like if you see that big channel of the S3, you can just say and pull them in. Oh lordy lord, I could see this dude being mad, absolutely mad. Oh, I'm looking forward to this stuff. Alright, as for the S1, reduces cooldown by 3 seconds and additional magic damage increases by 30%. I'm not sure whether I like this because the moment he's in his soul weapon, you cannot use any skills. So having this up, I don't think it's that good. As for the Blue of Blood Earrings, authority of the demon god becomes irremovable and the shield increases by 50%. So you gotta imagine that if you TM gear this up, then you get damage reduction, a nasty ass shield, which you can add with defense lowering attack up and 2 times TM shield increase. I believe this stuff might be nasty, guys. But I'll be showing you that in a future video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. For now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.